Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing.
The brief stint of sunny and hot winter weather has come to a full stop as storms bear down hard, causing flash flooding and major road closures in the south. Near Eilat, police have just rescued 130 teens from 2 nearby campsites who were trapped by the flooding. When found near the Nahal Netafim Canyon in need of help, the police rescue volunteers saved the group of 12th graders. All the students were taken to Eilat and are safe, with no reports of injury or hypothermia. Speaking to Army Radio, head of the police rescue unit in Eilat, Shraga Green, said, quote, "Forecasters had talked about light rain, so we were surprised from the large hailstorm and heavy rains that caused flooding, but they enjoyed the experience more than anything else," end quote. The Eilat airport and major roads leading to top tourist destinations like the Dead Sea were also closed by the hail and water. 8 homes and another building built on privately owned Palestinian land in the West Bank settlement of Ofra have finally been dismantled. Police spent the previous day removing protesters from the properties, resulting in the injury of 8 officers. Earlier this morning, as protesters and demonstrators increased in number and barricaded themselves in and on the last remaining structures, police, dressed in light blue sweaters, attempted to reason with them to leave peacefully, as seen in police video. The 8 families living there had already moved out, seeking to avoid confrontation. Police pleas fell on mostly deaf ears, though, forcing the police removal of many of the activists. According to police, quote, "Hundreds of young men and women were removed either by peaceful escort or forcefully carried. The buildings slated for demolition were deemed illegal and to be destroyed in February of 2015, which is why they're not protected either by the recently passed regulation bill. But protesters have consistently prevented their removal until today. Several more officers were injured lightly in the clashes and are being treated for their wounds." Republican Congressman Fortenberrys has introduced a bill urging the United States to establish a fund to promote Israeli-Palestinian cooperation through dialogue and joint economic development. H.R. 1221, otherwise known as the International Fund for Israel-Palestinian Peace Authorization Act of 2017, would require the United States to annually provide at least $50 million to the fund from 2017 to 2021. It would also require that 2 bipartisan representatives serve on its board. The Alliance for Middle East Peace, or ALMEP, a network of grassroots peace-building initiatives between Palestinians and Israelis, has estimated that their annual budget is close to $200 million both for the American Jewish Committee and the Jewish Federation of North America, which have expressed strong support for the bill. Julie Raymond, the American Jewish Committee Director of Political Affairs, has said that, quote, "Initiatives such as the International Fund for Israel-Palestinian Peace provide an opportunity for the United States to further contribute to peace building between Israelis and Palestinians on the people-to-people level," end quote. A similar bill was introduced into the House 2 years ago by Democratic Congressman Joseph Crowley, but was never voted on. A new report from Channel 2 News says that the IDF searched for Hamas tunnels near an unnamed Gaza area kibbutz, but found nothing suspicious. The report comes just hours after the release of the Gaza War Report that states that both the military and the government failed to properly prepare the country for the war in 2014. The report also stipulates that the government and security services did not take the threat of Hamas tunnels seriously. During the war, Hamas used tunnels to launch attacks against Israel, and at least one Hamas-built tunnel was discovered to have led into a kibbutz located near the Gaza border. It looks like a major Israeli athlete is set to retire. 29-year-old tennis star Shachar Pe'er has just announced that she will be leaving the game after facing chronic issues with her shoulder. Pe'er was once ranked 11th in the world in women's tennis, the highest ranking for any Israeli player in history. The star athlete represented Israel at 2 Olympic tournaments and won 5 international competitions. She even reached the quarterfinals of Grand Slam contests in the United States and Australia. Pe'er says she is devastated to be abandoning her career in tennis, but has simply lost her desire for playing the intense game after 13 years in the professional tennis world. Either way, it's clear that she's made her mark in the Israel sports world by honoring the nation internationally for so long.
That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.